Today we'll be reviewing the Heliodor 9, which is a member of the compact disc lineup from LEMKEN. We'll be discussing the service and field preparation tips that makes the machine more easy to run in the field, have the proper depth, and have the proper functioning. As you approach the Heliodor 9, you will notice it's equipped with a hydraulic drawbar. It makes it much easier to hook onto the tractor. After attaching the hydraulic hoses to the tractor, you can then move the drawbar up and down until you have the proper height, and then just hook on to the tractor. The Heliodor 9 is equipped with 2 rows of disc, each having their particular angle, right or left. If working in the field, the machine is pulling to the right, it means that the front disc is going too deep, and therefore at that point you need to raise the hydraulic drawbar. If the machine is pulling to the left, then it's the second row of disc that is going too deep. At that point you need to lower the hydraulic drawbar. Just in front of the 2 rows of disc you have leveling tines. These are made so that you could level the ground in the spring after working the field in the fall. If by any chance you have extra residue in the field, it would be advisable to raise the leveling tines to clear the residue. Looking at the disc concept, you'll notice it's equipped with a spring tine, which has a flexibility of 10 centimeters. It is designed for non-rocky conditions. Looking at the hub of the disc, you will notice there's 2 caps. The interior cap has grooves in it that collect soil and humidity. And the exterior cap has an opening. As the disc works in the field, as it turns, the soil and the humidity exit by the slots. The slot has to be slightly angled towards the back so that the process can work properly. If any of the parts from the disc assembly needs to be changed, you have to remember the specific torque. If you change the spring tines, the bolts requires 200 Newton meter. The bolts of the disc, 80 Newton meter, and the hub at 290 Newton meter. The Heliodor 9 is equipped with a depth indicator, 1 being the shallowest, 9 being the deepest. The working depth is different in sand or in clay and different types of soil. Therefore, if you wish to know how deep you're actually working at different settings, you will need to come down from the tractor and check the working depth. The purpose of the side disc is to throw back the soil that's been risen from the outer disc. The arm can be moved so that the angle can be changed, and also is that the side disc has to be 2.5 to 3.75 centimeters higher than the shawl that's being worked, so it doesn't leave any ridges. On the roller, you'll notice there's 2 bolts. The smaller bolts need to be a bit loose so that it can give the opportunity to the rollers to have its tandem movement. The bolt on the rim of the tires needs to be torqued at 380 Newton meter and has to be checked after the initial 2 hours of use. If the machine it needs to be level, there might be some requirement into extending or shortening the ram. Therefore, you will need to crack open the cylinder to relieve the pressure and then lengthen or shorten the numbers of the threads. And also, if an adjustment is needed on the locking mechanism, it is at the clevis that the adjustment is needed. It just loosen and then turn, half a turn or a full turn to make it lock. When arriving at the headland, the machine has to be completely lifted. If not, if the rollers are touching the soil, damages can occur at the roller bearing and also at the hole.